Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. So today is the 2020 Wisconsin gun opener. I actually have my wife behind the camera today, and we're going out to a spot that I haven't hunted all year. Actually, I don't even know if it's been gun hunted the last like 5 years. It's an old stand. We're gonna go in there, and I'm just thinking with like no hunting pressure, hopefully, and hopefully just, you know, if there's any hunting pressure around the area, since that, you know, spot hasn't been hunted whatsoever, hopefully they're just, you know, they'll move in there. So we have everything packed up, we're ready to rock and roll. We're not going to waste any more time. We got to get in there. It's about 5:30ish right now, so we're going to probably want to get after it. So I'm going to throw my pack on, and we'll see you guys out in the stand. Everybody, so we're set up in the stand. I don't know, it's been probably like an hour since we've been set. We haven't seen any action yet. Heard some really distant shots, but other than that, nothing. But spot looks good. Like I said before, we haven't hunted this like at all. There's definitely a lot of turkeys around this area, but yeah, so there's been no hunting pressure back here whatsoever all year. I haven't bow hunted back here. This stand hasn't even been gun hunted the last like 5 years, so we're just gonna hunker down. We have a west wind today, but no wind at all blowing, so we're just gonna hunker down and see what happens. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we got a buck coming right over here. It's just on the other knob here. It looked like a decent buck, but I don't know where he went. You guys probably can't see it, but what we're hoping is that he gets up from the bed and just works over to the right so we can get the shot on video. But if he doesn't, if I see him try to cover the other knob, I'm probably gonna take a shot if I have it. So we're gonna try to get this buck on film coming, but if he just gives me an opportunity that I can't pass up, I'm gonna take it. So stay tuned. It's been kind of a grueling little spot here because we've just been waiting and waiting probably for like over an hour now for this buck to just go. But we've heard a lot of gunshots close by, so he might just be hunkered down because he's just getting pushed by hunters and stuff. So we're gonna just wait till he moves. Map.
You're done.
Like right here. So I wonder if this is where I hit him. All right, guys. So that was insane. That was absolutely insane. We were sitting in the stand. We had this buck come in early morning, and he bedded down. He just didn't move at all. And then finally, a little buck cruised by him. And unfortunately, my lens just isn't good enough to zoom in all that way. Well, then I shot. So whatever we have on film, we have on film. I ended up shooting like 9 rounds, guys, because I shot and he ran over and he stopped. So I thought I didn't hit him, so I shot again. Then he came down into this valley, and I got out of the stand, came down to the valley and shot. And he just kind of hobbled away. He wasn't even hobbling, he just kind of trotted away. So then I shot again, and then he just like trotted again and stopped, and I shot again, and I just kept shooting because I kept seeing him. He was still standing, and I don't get it because look right here. We've got good blood down here. You guys can see that? We have a good blood trail right here. I don't know, it was crazy. I had to have hit him on one of the first initial shots over there because there's blood coming this way. And this is where he stopped when I was up in the stand and I could still see him. So we're just gonna follow this blood trail. And Natasha said that she's seen him kind of going up over the hill here. So I just can't believe that I shot that many times. That's the most I've ever shot at a deer. I've only ever usually shot twice. That was crazy. So we're just gonna record and follow this blood trail. So let's take a look at the blood though. Looks like that's Bubbles. Do you agree?
Oh, sorry.
All right, guys. So we found the buck. There he is. You know, a decent 8. Like he's not, you know, obviously a giant guy, but you know, still a pretty decent guy. Not an absolute tank, but I'm happy with it. I bow hunted hard. Seen some really nice bucks this year during bow season. But you know what? This is like the biggest buck I've seen gun hunting this season, or you know, opening day, and I definitely wasn't going to pass it up. We definitely need some more venison in the freezer, and he's a solid buck right there. Like I said, not an absolute giant. I can't believe he took so many shots. Good buck, nevertheless. Now the real work starts. We got to gut him. We're not going to show you that because YouTube will take it down. So we'll gut him and we'll drag him out of here, and got meat in the freezer, and probably just wrap up and maybe sit the evening maybe for some does. But other than that, I think we're just gonna, you know, take care of this buck. So it's a nice buck. Hope you guys enjoyed so far. We'll kind of chat at you after. This is gonna be a drag. It's gonna be funny. Natasha's gonna be filming me because we are down in a valley. He ran down in the valley, and yeah, it's definitely, it's steep, as you guys can see. It is very, I mean, it is steep. This is a steep.
This is gonna be so much fun.
This is a very steep valley, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. We are really down in here. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Without further ado, we're gonna get this deer out of here, so let's stay tuned for that. All right, tell the camera what happened.
Oh my God, guys. So, we were gutting our deer, and all of a sudden, a couple bucks and does came running down from the ridge, and one of them cut straight across, and then he came up the hill and came back down. Brian's like, don't move, he's gonna be coming back through here. And so I sat down, and he came back and he grunted at us, and then all of a sudden...
How many yards away do you think he was?
15?
Like not even, like 10,
no,
like 5 yards roughly.
And so we had the gun next to us. I picked it up and I shot him. And I'm like, oh my God, did I get him?
He died just right over here. Let's go look at him. There he is, pick him up. That's a nice buck. That is a nice buck, Natasha. Turn him, let me see his. There you go. What a nice buck. Turn him again. Turn his head the other way.
This way?
Yeah, look at him. He's such a unique looking buck. Look at that. What a beautiful buck. I can't believe it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice deer. All right, guys, so like she said, we were gutting this deer, this other buck that I shot. And all of a sudden, these does came down the ridge, and there was a small buck chasing them. And this guy come down the ridge right next to us. And I looked at Natasha. I said, grab the gun and get down, because she has her buck tag yet. And we were sitting there, and I was like, he must have been chasing those does. And I was like, he's gonna come right to us. And sure enough, I mean, he stopped at like what? Like 5 yards. And then Natasha stood up. I was like, go. she stood up to take him, and he stopped at like 10 yards, and she shot him. He jumped, came over here, and just died. I mean, that's just insane, guys. So we're gonna get these gutted and get out of here, but we'll show you guys both the bucks up there. That's crazy. So there you guys have it. We got both bucks in the back of the truck, the one that I shot and then the one that Natasha shot right there. So what a day to remember. Beautiful, beautiful deer. All right, guys, so sorry for the dogs barking, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. You know, we got some really nice bucks here. It was just crazy how it happened that, you know, we're gutting that one, and then this other buck, this really nice one that Natasha shoots, comes like right next to us, guys. It was just insane. And unfortunately, you know, we're gutting deer, don't have the camera, so we couldn't film that, and it really sucked because it was such a cool moment and such a cool memory that my wife and I will have for like forever. So super cool. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know that I whiffed, well, actually the buck that I shot has like 5-6 different holes in him. I don't know how he kept running. I just do not know, but I did miss some shots. That's the most I've ever shot at a deer. It was just absolutely terrible. I just don't know how he kept going, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope you guys had some good success. Send me some pictures on Instagram and Facebook if you guys had success. We'll post them up in a video. Would love to see what you guys have, but other than that, we're gonna get to work and process these deer, get them cut up, and stuff like that. The real work begins now. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one.